What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this very interesting rumor that's out that came out this weekend that I find it really interesting. So, as we all know, last week Valve announced the Steam machine. And for whatever reason, the PlayStation fan base believed that the Steam machine was a huge threat to Xbox, even though the Steam machine is nothing more, nothing less than simply a PC. It's a PC that uses a Steam OS that's going to be able to go on your TV. Xbox already puts games on Steam OS. Xbox is already perfectly fine with you buying games on Steam. Their games go day and date to Steam. So when people were saying that this is a threat to Xbox, I was extremely confused because the Xbox Series X is already not selling well. PlayStation was already dominating that. Xbox already came out and said that their next console is going to be a premium experience PC hybrid, meaning it's going to cost a lot of money if you're going to want this thing, because they're probably not going to be willing to take a loss on it anymore since they know they're not going to be able to sell a lot of it anyways. So they've clearly care more about you playing their games on whatever you want than them just selling the hardware, right? If they didn't, they would go ahead and remove their games off of Steam. And that's where this rumor gets really interesting. Because in my opinion, I saw the Steam machine, if anything, not necessarily saying that it is, but if anything, being more of a threat to Sony. Because Sony as a console prides itself on its exclusives, right? Sony itself prides itself on its exclusive, okay? Even though Sony does have games on Xbox, PlayStation games on Xbox, clearly Xbox has no problem putting their big tentpole titles on PlayStation. So Xbox is not priding themselves on their exclusives. Sony, though, prides itself on an exclusive, especially being a console. So this Steam machine, which is a PC, however, people are viewing this as if it's giving you that console-like experience, because that's what the Steam OS does, under the TV that now can play Xbox and PlayStation games. I thought that this machine would be more of a threat to PlayStation. However, people were saying, no, is more of a threat to Xbox. Again, they're incredibly wrong. What the Steam machine does, you can already do right now. So I don't see how it's a threat regardless. This rumor, though, and right now it's just a rumor, to me validates what I've been saying, that this is more of a threat to PlayStation. What is the rumor? The rumor is that PlayStation is thinking about the strategy of PC and stopping the porting of their tentpole titles to PC. Just a rumor. I didn't even look into it. I didn't even do research. It's just a guy in a tank top in his bathroom. So don't come after me. I'm just telling you what I saw, okay? But let's talk about it. Let's have some fun with this. Could Sony do this? Yes, they're all their IPs. They could probably leave the games that are already on there, but they could come out tomorrow and make a statement and say, hey, we're no longer putting our single-player tentpole titles on PC. Even though we're only dropping one a year, they're not going over there. If you want them, you have to play them on a PlayStation 5. That automatically, right off the bat, takes off a huge value off of the Steam machine, because we're not going to pretend that the Steam machine wasn't also being valued as something that can play the PlayStation tentpole title games as well as the Xbox games and a huge amount of games that are on Steam. Not that that's the end all be all. Not that PlayStation games are the end all be all, but it is a little enticing to know that the PlayStation games are going to go over there as well. Okay, so PlayStation doing that, taking their games off of PC, it wouldn't just be off of. See, that would be interesting, because that would. I just thought about something. What if they don't take it off of PC, but they only take it off of Steam? Meaning you can still play them on PC, but they just have their own launcher, which some people have alluded to that. So I'm not going to pretend like that's my idea. Some people have alluded that PlayStation is going to make their own launcher on PC, and I can see them do that. And if they do that, they go ahead and take their games off of Steam, which essentially means the Steam OS or the Steam machine wouldn't matter to PlayStation, because you still wouldn't be able to access their games, because they maybe take their games off of there and only have them on their own launcher, and you could play them on PC through their launcher or on PlayStation. That might be it. But if there's any if there's any bit of truth to this rumor, then I was right. This Steam machine is more of a threat to Sony than it is to Xbox. Is it a threat, period, overall? I don't think so. I think that the price is going to really matter to see how much it sells. They got to price this thing right. I don't see this thing being over $500, and even at $500, I think that's steep. I think Steam should really undercut the market and sell this thing for $400. How much is an all digital PS5 right now, or an Xbox Series S? That's what's got to be. This is a digital platform, a digital console like PC or whatever. And Steam, you're gonna make all your money back because whoever buys this is gonna be buying their games on Steam. So why are you tripping? That's my opinion, though. I don't think it should be anything more than 500. Again, $400. This thing will sell like crazy, and then we'll have a good competitor on our hands, right? But we'll see. DocDog1985. There's levels to this. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, do you guys think the rumor is true? You think Sony will stop putting their games on PC? I'll be honest with you. I think that would suck. I think that would suck because I'm not a fan of exclusivity. I'm really not. We out. Peace.